Gino from 90 Day Fiancé unveils a remarkable new romantic partner during his return to Happily Ever After with Jasmine. Gino Palazzolo from 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, has a new girlfriend, whom he is prominently featuring in the latest season. Gino and Jasmine Pineda's odyssey commenced when he traveled to Panama to meet her in person during Season 5 of Before the 90 Days. Gino and Jasmine were in a relationship for 3 years, characterized by numerous fluctuations. Jasmine appeared to be intrigued by Gino's wealth. Subsequently, Gino estranged himself from Jasmine upon their marriage. His detachment and absence of closeness with Jasmine prompted her to contemplate an open marriage. Jasmine introduced Matt Brownies to marriage in The Last Resort Season 2, and as she prepares for her return in Happily Ever After, Season 9, Jasmine has already had a child with Matt and is cohabitating with him. With the commencement of the new season, Gino is embarking on a date with a new woman. We Weekly provided a peek of the forthcoming episode of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 9, in which Gino anticipates seeing his new partner. The preview depicts Gino expressing his enthusiasm about meeting her for the first time. He informs her that she appeared attractive online. The woman likewise reflects Gino's sentiments. Concurrently, the woman praises Gino by referring to him as adorable. She is pleased to encounter him, particularly as she favors bald men. All of her former partners have also been bald, similar to Gino. The Michigan man humorously suggests he might remove his baseball cap, but ultimately opts to attend an ice bar in Las Vegas for a frosty date with the woman to have an old-fashioned cocktail. Gino did not consider it a prudent notion when Jasmine broached the subject of open marriage with him. He consented solely to ensure Jasmine's presence. He successfully persuaded Jasmine to vow that she would never develop romantic feelings for Matt. Gino outright declined to make eye contact with Matt when Jasmine introduced them via video conference. Discovering that Jasmine was expecting Matt's child while still married to him would have devastated Gino. His encounters with different ladies and participation in romantic dates appear to be his method of retaliating against Jasmine. He seeks to demonstrate to her that he is lovable and capable of attracting women who will treat him superiorly to Jasmine. In Season 9 of Happily Ever After, Gino accuses Jasmine of infidelity with Matt prior to the filming of The Last Resort. Gino will expel Jasmine, who subsequently discovers herself in Matt's residence, expecting his child. Gino has ultimately recognized that Jasmine was never faithful, and it is now his opportunity to choose her successor. The woman in the video is a doppelganger of Jasmine. Gino seemingly aimed to incite jealousy in Jasmine by demonstrating his ability to date the most alluring women and exhibit intimacy with them. 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, will also explore Gino's reaction to Jasmine having Matt's child. The encounter with the enigmatic woman may be the sole positive aspect of his narrative. Nevertheless, Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo were anticipated to be enjoying their idyllic existence, yet circumstances took a tumultuous shift merely weeks following their nuptials. Despite successfully navigating the arduous K-1 visa procedure, cultural conflicts, familial discord, and incessant disputes, an underlying issue was emerging. The narrative commences in their comfortable residence in Michigan. Jasmine, having forsaken all in Panama, was contending with the frigid climate, Gino's traditional customs, and the monotony of suburban existence. I did not immigrate to America to be confined within 4 walls and observe football all day. On a frigid afternoon, Jasmine shrieked, hurling Gino's Detroit Lions cap across the room. Gino, striving to maintain composure, responded, "Babe, my sole desire is for us to unwind and establish a life here. I am diligently striving to secure our future." However, Jasmine remained unconvinced. She longed for the beach, her yoga sessions, and the autonomy she had enjoyed. Her frustration intensified upon discovering a startling revelation, a clandestine note from Gino's former girlfriend on his iPad. The note stated, "I hope you are well. I occasionally reflect on our relationship." Jasmine's heart sank. She confronted him that evening. "Gino, what is the reason for your ex contacting you? Are you still communicating with her? After all we have endured?" Gino became ashen. It is inconsequential, Jasmine. I assure you that I did not respond to her at all. She contacted me unexpectedly. I adore you exclusively. However, Jasmine was already descending into turmoil. Her fears, exacerbated by previous betrayals, reemerged with overwhelming force. Situations intensified rapidly. Jasmine assembled her belongings and issued a warning to depart. I sacrificed my life for you, she lamented. You remain partially anchored in the past. However, Gino, eager to salvage their tenuous marriage, knelt before Maria and retrieved their wedding album. Observe this, he remarked, unveiling the pages replete with reminiscences. This was authentic. This is authentic. You and I are not flawless, yet we are destined to be together. Jasmine gazed at the photographs, their grins, their promises, their inaugural dance, and a tear cascaded down her cheek. I desire to feel as though I am your sole companion, she murmured. He extended his hand towards hers. You exist. However, mutual trust is essential. Otherwise, this will be futile. The scene transitions to a confessional. Jasmine dabs her tears, attempting to organize her thoughts. I am uncertain about my ability to trust Gino again. I adore him, yet perhaps affection alone is insufficient. I perceive that we are inhabiting a dream that is transforming into a nightmare. Thus, part 1 of their new chapter concludes, not with a resolution, but with an abundance of inquiries. Will Jasmine remain? Will Gino ultimately gain her trust? Will their love story falter before it even begins? It had been 4 months since Gino Palazzolo and Jasmine Pineda last met in person. Following their tumultuous separation, characterized by tears, accusations, and forcefully closed doors, Jasmine returned to Panama, while Gino returned to Michigan, heartbroken and burdened with remorse. However, love, in its unpredictability, tends to return. Gino had been discreetly monitoring Jasmine's life on social media. Her enigmatic posts and poignant captions suggested that she had not yet moved on from him. Inspired by a poignant message she shared on her birthday, some hearts are meant to find each other again. Gino resolved to take a daring action. He arrived in Panama unexpectedly. Upon opening her apartment door and encountering Gino with flowers, Jasmine's jaw dropped. Initially, she was incensed. Do you believe you can simply arrive after all that has transpired? She retorted, arms crossed. I needed to meet with you, Jasmine. I continue to love you, he responded, his voice quavering. She gazed into his eyes. The same awkward yet sincere man she once loved remained present, still persevering. Following an extended silence, she murmured, Enter. The subsequent days were poignant. They revisited significant locations: the beach where their initial major dispute occurred, the cafe where Gino apprehensively presented Jasmine with a promise ring. Jasmine confessed she continued to envision their future together. However, scars persisted. You transmitted such messages to your former partner. I cannot feign that it did not occur, Jasmine stated, her voice faltering. I have never absolved myself for that, Gino responded. If we continue to cling to the past, we will forfeit our future. They commenced therapeutic sessions with a bilingual psychotherapist in Panama. Gradually, they began to enhance their communication and restore confidence. Gino reproposed with a fresh ring at an intimate meal on the rooftop. Jasmine, suppressing her tears, nodded affirmatively. Just as it appeared the spark was rekindling, an anonymous message arrived in Jasmine's inbox. He is deceiving you once more. Verify his email. Jasmine confronted Gino without delay. Initially, he refuted all allegations, but under duress, he conceded that he had contacted a dating coach in Michigan as a precautionary measure in the event that circumstances did not unfold favorably. Jasmine was devastated. You lack faith in us. You never accomplished that. She expelled him from the flat that night. Gino sat in the rain, gazing at the diamond he had presented to her merely days prior. Weeks elapsed. Jasmine remained mute. Gino returned to Michigan. The producers of TLC attempted to contact both individuals for a tell-all, but Jasmine declined. Subsequently, one evening, She contacted him. I require a meeting with you. One final occasion. Convene with me in New York. They reconvened at a park in Brooklyn. Prohibition of cameras. No stress. Two individuals endeavoring to comprehend one another. I am weary of conflict, Jasmine stated, her tone gentle. I am as well, Gino responded. However, I will advocate for you if you permit me. This time, there were no significant assurances. Absent of rings. A prolonged embrace and a tacit accord to commence anew, gradually and sincerely. Jasmine is currently in the U.S., awaiting her fiancé visa interview. Gino is readying his residence for her arrival, optimistic that their renewed opportunity would ultimately result in permanence. However, as Jasmine articulates in her concluding confessional, love is not flawless. However, if it is genuine, you make another attempt. Furthermore, and once more, until you achieve correctness. Greetings, esteemed viewers. Welcome to my channel. I am Amelia. I hope your day is going well. If you like the video, please remember to subscribe to the channel.